So why do officers get nervous when they're on camera?
Yeah, that's my little cousin, man. I'm just making sure he all right. Y'all gonna handle y'all business. I'm cool over here.
Or better yet, would you stop to record a traffic stop?
What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Chilling, bro. What you doing?
Oh, man, seeing what's going on, man. You got spike strips in your hand. Seeing what's happening.
Nothing.
Watching.
The Supreme Court has ruled. The Supreme Court, right? You know what that is? The U.S. Supreme Court?
He said, well, the Supreme Court stated something.
Yeah, he trying to wave at y'all recording.
Hey, I'm good. I'm thank y'all for having that camera around me, so I'm protected, man.
They say stop recording because we gonna charge her. Man, that shit was recording.
To identify all occupants of the vehicle when we're detaining that vehicle.
Where I should give him my ID and we all.
I'm like, sir, can I raise my back windows up because I got a whole newborn in here. You know
Right.
It's cold out here.
Somebody needs to watch this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad y'all doing that. I appreciate everything y'all doing.
Street Watcher. What's good with it, family? This episode brings us to North St. Louis, where the 800 boys are at it again.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Chilling, bro. What you doing?
Oh, man, seeing what's going on, man. You got spike strips in your hand. Seeing what's happening.
Nothing.
The traffic stop.
Yeah, it appears that way.
Okay.
A traffic stop is never just a traffic stop with the 800 boys. Let's rewind back to the beginning. Why is this a regular traffic stop? Because this the 800 boys we dealing with. Right now, they working in that spider web I be speaking on. This officer was a little spooked, but he was focused. It may appear that he's watching this traffic stop across the street and making sure everything goes as planned.
The traffic stop.
Yeah, it appears that way.
Okay.
His objective? Something a little more sinister. Let's pause. If this is a regular traffic stop, then why is this motorist out of his vehicle? Listen, family, everyone should have a basic understanding of your individual rights within the Constitution. During traffic stops, your First, Second, Fourth, and Fifth Amendments could come into play. Being knowledgeable of them could help you greatly. Your first is for free speech. Your second is for your safety and security. Your fourth is privacy. And the fifth is silence. Law enforcement has normalized the harassment on residents during traffic stops. This resident is pulled from his vehicle and searched. That's not normal, family. But these officers are not completely focused on this driver. While these officers are going through their motions with this motorist, the rest of their team is working diligently on catching a real fish. This officer with the spike strips could care less about what's happening across the street. He's glued to his radio, waiting on the next victim to reject their advances. So let me show you partly how this web they've created operates. It's normally multiple marked vehicles that flood into an area. Those officers will then commit traffic violations and hopes that you react to their foolishness. This officer has the rear of his vehicle in traffic. As you go by, they will speed off and follow at a fast rate in hopes you panic and attempt to find safety. Notice how this officer speeds off to tail this vehicle. After passing this officer, he followed protocol and began following me closely. Without panicking or making any sudden moves, I reduced my speed. This officer is hoping that I accelerate or attempt to elude a traffic stop. Instead, I safely and slowly pulled to the right, at which time the officer noticed he was being recorded. He promptly hit a and continued being dangerous. In this footage, you see a motorist pause until it's safe to pass this marked vehicle, but this is the setup. Watch your surroundings, family. With the antics of these officers, the motorist is now going to experience a felony traffic stop because he went around an officer. At this point, they're forcing the label of criminal. Back at the intersection of Mimica and Lillian, we are standing inside the web. Officers have now completed their search of this motorist and signals the okay to the watch out crew. The motorist at this point has been deemed to not be a threat, but officers are still choosing to detain him. This is where this traffic stop starts raising questions. The rest of their team is attempting to net another fish and hoping to push it towards this trap. So why won't they allow this motorist to just go along his way? At this point, somewhere in the web, someone is attempting to flee the trap. This officer is preparing to get back out with his spike strips, ready to be a hero. The most disturbing actions, however, are the officers conducting a traffic stop. They've now turned off their overhead lights and parked their vehicle. This is where things get extremely dangerous for the motorist. Handcuffed and placed on the ground behind his vehicle, this motorist has no clue that he is just a decoy to catch another fish. How dangerous is that though? The action is on, and at any moment, a high-speed chase could come right past this intersection. The chase chose a different route, so these officers leave to join in on that action. My main focus is now on this traffic stop and why they seemingly have this resident placed on the ground.
These the 800 boys.
The video pans from the action shortly as I check my surroundings. Family, I can't express enough the importance of checking your surroundings. Just because there's something going on in front of you doesn't mean there isn't anything going on behind you. Check your surroundings regularly. These officers are now stalling, hoping the chase still comes their way. What's on this motorist's window that would constitute him being detained? Nothing. Moving in for a closer shot, the officers took notice of my presence.
Yeah, that's my little cousin, man. I'm just making sure he all right. Y'all gonna handle y'all business. I'm cool over here.
Ironically, this is where the traffic stop actually begins. How long have we been out here, family? Way too long. They're just starting to ask the motorist questions after 5 minutes in cuffs. There's still a lot going on, and these officers are not focused. After hearing sirens, the white officer grabbed spike strips that the motorist was seemingly sitting on, still anxious to throw them, while the black officer finally retreats to their vehicle to check the motorist's license. Family, it's important to take a few minutes out your day and watch out for a fellow St. Louisan. The goal isn't to make law enforcement look bad, but to keep them honest. It's not against the law to record law enforcement. So if they question you recording, then you probably should be recording. They will tell you quick that they want to make it home to their family. But they're the ones out here creating dangerous situations that keep us from going home to our families. My 4 eyes can't watch everything, so this is going to have to be a community effort. Until next time, family, study your rights and keep your camera rolling.